Just an hour south of Melbourne is the Mornington Peninsula, a spectacular area of rugged coastline surrounded by Port Phillip and Bass Strait. Mornington Peninsula is home to a number of top golf courses, but the premier club is the National, regarded as the best golfing complex in the Southern Hemisphere. There are 3 courses at the National, each designed by some of the most revered names in golf. Whilst exclusive, the National doesn't have members in the traditional sense, but shareholders. Their investment funded the creation of the old course in 1988, and 2 new courses which opened for play in 2000.
It's a little bit different to the way the membership structure works. Typically you pay a joining fee at a golf club. Here you're actually investing in the club itself by purchasing a share. Originally it was just the one course, what we now know as the old course. Trent Jones Jr. was the designer. At a later date we issued additional shares to raise the capital to build and open the Moona and the Ocean courses as well as the clubhouse. The Moona course was designed by Greg Norman and Bob Harrison. Quickly climbed up the rankings from its inception. It now sits at number 8 in Australia. The Ocean course, Peter Thompson design, that currently sits at number 30.
The Trent Jones designed old course is ranked number 10 in Australia. It's a tighter test than the Ocean and Moona courses, but it's the combination of the 3 that sets the National apart.
Well, one of the best things about the National is the 3 courses are very different from each other. So we have the old course up here, which is up sort of more in the dunes and surrounded with a lot of tea tree, very picturesque, but sort of the golf where you have to aim at certain spots and stop. It's a lot of target golf, not really your link style golf courses. Whereas the Moona and the Ocean, which are down lower on the plains, far more like links golf. Playing a lot more running shots, keeping the ball a little bit lower, quite a few more swales around the greens as well.
Perched above Cape Shank on the edge of the Mornington Peninsula, each course is at the mercy of the wind whipping across Port Phillip Heads.
Plays a huge part, and there's not many days that we actually get where there's no wind, and most people sort of underestimate the wind too here when they start playing for the first few times. These courses, you get, like most golf courses, you get the highs and lows. Members are ecstatic when they break their handicap. Because of the conditions and the environment, the courses can play very difficult. So if you have 36 points or you played your handicap or better, you've had a very good day out.
Head teaching pro Tim Stone shows us around some of the headline holes, and there are plenty to choose from, starting on the old course.
The third's the toughest hole in the old course. It's a long par 4. With quite a big carry off the tee. So off the back marks, it's about 400 metres, with a carry of about 210 from the tee. The second shot then narrows and is heavily uphill, so while it might only be 150 metres to the green, it's probably playing more like 200 because it's so severe uphill. Bunkers on either side and 2 tiers on the green too, which makes putting more difficult.
Still on the old course, Tim plays the most visually spectacular hole on the entire property, and it looks a real challenge.
Welcome to the National Golf Club, and this is our signature hole, the 7th on the old course. It's a par 3. It's about 139 metres from the championship tees, but can certainly play a lot longer. We're up here high on the dunes and very exposed, so there are days when I've had to hit 3-wood, and there's been other days where I've hit lob wedge as well. As you can see, it's a green that's surrounded by tea tree, and there's not a lot of areas to bail out, so it's a fairly daunting shot for people who are playing here for the first time. I'm going to hit a 6-iron today because we're a little bit into the wind, so let's see how we go. Well, it started just right, which is what I wanted. Wind's going to affect it a little bit, push it to the left, which is good. Yeah, it's just finished just past the hole, so it should be a good putt from there. Happy with that.
There's also a large, ominous bunker behind the green, which Tim has expertly avoided, leaving himself a birdie putt.
Always happy with the 2 on this hole. How about we go and check out some of the other holes on the course? On the 10th hole of the Moona, which is a par 4, it's around 380 metres, there's actually a windmill that's about 180 metres just to the right-hand side on the fairway. So the designers have decided to keep that for some sentimental reasons maybe on the course, but it's something to watch out when you tee off. Bunkers are on the left-hand side but don't really come into play too much, and then it narrows down to the green. Large green with 3 different sections, so you've got to make sure you actually finish with the ball on the right part of the green. The first hole of the Ocean, which is a par 5, is a great start to the round. It actually has a big bunker in the middle, which means you have a choice of either going left or right. So the fairway actually splits into two parts. For the longer hitters, they can hit it in two, and they get a reward with a good birdie. However, a tee shot and a decent second shot leaves you with an easy pitch on and a two putt. It's a good way to get the round started with a par 5.
The National is not only the largest private club in the Southern Hemisphere, but it's situated on the best piece of golfing real estate in Australia. It's that reputation that's seen notables like tennis star Leighton Hewitt and Australian Prime Ministers tee it up here.
It was a great reputation, just having 3 reputable course designers known worldwide, and they're all very proud of what they've been able to achieve. Trent Jones was out here with the President's Cup in 2011 and certainly made it known that he's very happy with how his course has held the test of time. It's one of the great golf complexes anywhere in the world, the National, so certainly putting his view on things down here, which is terrific.
The experience is completed with a modern clubhouse with the best views on the Mornington Peninsula. With 3 courses crafted by world-renowned designers, each ranked inside the Australian top 30, there's little doubt the National is a jewel in the country's golfing crown.
The Mornington Peninsula is absolutely fantastic, and not just from a golfing point of view, but from food and wine and lots of great golf courses. So we're very lucky down this way.
Well, just as you drive in along Cups Drive, you're immediately just the wow factor with Bass Strait in the background. It's the ultimate experience. 3 golf courses, all high quality, high class. Just the variety of the 3 courses again. Different skills, I guess you could say, with the bump and run really of Thompson compared to the tree-lined play up on the old course. And again, the Mooner, again in that open land, but just great variety.
I don't think you can get better than these golf courses. The membership's absolutely fantastic, and the place just gets better and better all the time.